And we are back. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. Immediately I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of earth, standing steady with a firm grip on the 4 winds, so no wind would blow on earth or sea, not even rustle a tree. Verse 2 to 3. Then I saw another angel rising from where the sun rose, carrying the seal of the living God. He thundered to the 4 angels assigned to the task of hurting earth and sea. Don't hurt the earth, don't hurt the sea. Don't so much as hurt a tree until I've sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. Verse 4 to 8. I heard the count of those who were sealed, 144,000. They were sealed out of every tribe of Israel, 12,000 sealed from Judah, 12,000 from Reuben, 12,000 from Gad, 12,000 from Asher, 12,000 from Naphtali, 12,000 from Manasseh, 12,000 from Simeon, 12,000 from Levi, 12,000 from Issachar, 12,000 from Zebulun, 12,000 from Joseph, 12,000 sealed from Benjamin. Verse 9 to 12. Look again, I saw a huge crowd, too huge to count. Everyone was there, all nations, all tribes, all races and languages. And they were standing dressed in white robes and waving palm branches, standing before the throne and the Lamb, and heartily singing, "Salvation to our God on this throne, salvation to the Lamb." All who were standing around the throne, angels, elders, animals, fell on their faces before the throne and worshipped God, singing, "Oh yes, the blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving, the honor and power and strength to our God forever and ever and ever. Oh yes." Verse 13 and 14. Just then one of the elders addressed me, "Who are these dressed in white robes? And where did they come from?" Taken aback, I said, "Oh sir, I have no idea, but you must know." Verse 14 to 17. Then he told me, "These are those who come from the great tribulation, and they've washed their robes, scrubbed them clean in the blood of the Lamb. That's why they're standing before God's throne. They serve him day and night in his temple. The one on the throne will pitch his tent there for them. No more hunger, no more thirst, no more scorching heat. The Lamb on the throne will shepherd them, will lead them to spring waters of life, and God will wipe every last tear from their eyes." Revelation chapter 8, verse 1. When the Lamb ripped off the seventh seal, heaven fell quiet. Complete silence for about half an hour. Verse 2 to 4. I saw the 7 angels who are always in readiness before God handed 7 trumpets. Then another angel carrying a gold censer came and stood at the altar. He was given a great quantity of incense, so that he could offer up the prayers of all the holy people of God on the golden altar before the throne. Smoke billowed up from the incense. Laced prayers of the holy ones rose before God from the hand of the angel. Verse 5. Then the angel filled the censer with fire from the altar and heaved it to earth. It set off thunders, voices, lightnings, and an earthquake. Verse 6 to 7. The 7 angels with the trumpets got ready to blow them. At the first trumpet blast, hail and fire mixed with blood were dumped on the earth. A third of the earth was scorched, a third of the trees, and every blade of green grass burnt to a crisp. Verse 8 to 9. The second angel trumpeted. Something like a huge mountain blazing with fire was flung into the sea. A third of the sea turned to blood. A third of the living sea creatures died, and a third of the ships sank. Verse 10 to 11. The third angel trumpeted. A huge star, blazing like a torch, fell from heaven, wiping out a third of the rivers and a third of the springs. The star's name was Wormwood. A third of the water turned bitter, and many people died from the poisoned water. Verse 12. The fourth angel trumpeted. A third of the sun, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars were hit, blacked out by a third, both day and night in 1/3 blackout. Verse 13. I looked hard. I heard a lone eagle flying through through middle heaven, crying out ominously, "Doom, doom, doom to everyone left on earth." There are 3 more angels about to blow their trumpets. Doom is on the way. Revelation chapter 9. Thank you. Revelation chapter 9, verse 1 to 2. The 5th angel trumpeted. I saw a star plummet from heaven to earth. The star was handed a key to the well of the abyss. He unlocked the well of the abyss. Smoke poured out of the well, billows and billows of smoke, sun and air in blackout from smoke pouring out of the well. Verse 3 to 6. Then out of the smoke crawled locusts with the venom of scorpions. They were given their orders: don't hurt the grass, don't hurt anything green, don't hurt a single tree, only men and women, and then only those who lack the seal of God on their foreheads. They were ordered to torture but not kill. Torture them for 5 months, the pain like a scorpion's sting. When this happens, people are going to prefer death to torture. Look for ways to kill themselves, but they won't find a way. Death will have gone into hiding. Verse 7 to 11. The locusts looked like horses ready for war. They had gold crowns, human faces, women's hair, and teeth of a lion, and iron breastplates. The sound of their wings was the sound of horse-drawn chariots charging into battle. Their tails were equipped with stings, like scorpion tails. With those tails, they were ordered to torture the human race for 5 months. They had a king over them, the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, in Greek, Apollyon, meaning destroyer. Verse 12. The first doom is past, 2 dooms yet to come. Verse 13 and 14. The 6th angel trumpeted. I heard a voice speaking to the 6th angel from the horns of the golden altar before God. Let the 4 angels loose, the angels confined at the great river Euphrates. Verse 15 to 19. The 4 angels were untied and let loose. 4 angels all prepared for the exact year, month, day, and even hour when they were to kill 1/3 of the human race. The number of the army of horsemen was twice 10,000 times 10,000. I heard the count and saw both horses and riders in my vision. Fiery breastplates on the riders, lion heads on the horses, breathing out fire and smoke and brimstone. With these 3 weapons, fire and smoke and brimstone, they killed 1/3 of the human race. The horses killed with their mouths and tails. Their serpent-like tails also had heads that wreaked havoc. Verse 20 to 21. The remaining men and women weren't killed by these weapons, went on their merry way, didn't change their way of life, didn't quit worshiping demons, didn't quit centering their lives around lumps of gold and silver and brass, hunks of stone and wood that couldn't see or hear or move. There wasn't a sign of change of heart. They plunged right in on their murderous, occult, promiscuous, and thieving ways. Amen.
Amen.